and welcome to Asian Pulse Television. I'm your host, Chantel Chand. Thank you for tuning in to your informative and educational network. We are broadcasting from the unceded territories of the Semiahmoo First Nations, Katzie, and Kwantlen First Nation. January is known for Alzheimer's Awareness Month, memory loss that disrupts daily life and may be a symptom of Alzheimer's. In other words, also known as dementia. Alzheimer's is a brain disease that causes a slow decline in memory, thinking, and reasoning skills. There are 10 warning signs and symptoms and we will bring in an expert into our studio to talk about this in the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned. Bell Let's Talk 2024. The Kids Help Phone launches their largest youth mental health movement. Bell Let's Talk promotes mental health awareness, acceptance, and addictions. You can save the date. Bell Let's Talk Day is on January 24th. Let's kick off the year in action for mental health together. Bell Let's Talk is a mental health initiative and the largest corporation to commit to mental health in Canada, focused on 4 key action pillars: fighting the stigma, improving access to care, supporting world-class research, and leading by example in workplace for mental health. I'll be right back after we get some words from our sponsors.
United Pallets and Crates is located at 11585 134th Street in Surrey, BC. Give Sam Dooler a call at 604-760-2028 or call the office number at 604-634-2001. You can also visit the website, which is www.unitedpalletsandcrates.com, or send us email at info@palletsandcrates.com.
If you would like to be our sponsor and want to sponsor any segment of the show, please let us know by calling the number in our credits. We have in our studio Sergeant Rita Raj and Detective Julie Gilmore from Vancouver Police Department, and they are here to talk about how to stop scam preventions for seniors. Have a look.
Happy New Year's to all of you. This is the first show for 2024. Happy New Year's to everybody. And this show, Asian Pulse, have been on air for last 27 years. So thank you being such a faithful audience, and keep watching Asian Pulse and giving us the feedback. We want to start off this new year with something that is very, very important to all of us. As we know, you might have had that somebody got scammed, correct? Well, I have. And somebody was even trying to scam me as well. I work in the community, people know me, people like me, which I'm not shy or nothing, but scammers are there. And to bring awareness and talk about that, Vancouver Police Department, or VPD, have started a program. It's called Stop Scam Prevention, or Stop Prevention Scam. It's either way, it doesn't matter. It means the one thing. It means that the scammers are scamming most of the time the most vulnerable population, which are our seniors. So VPD, with the Vancouver Foundation, they have started this program. And 2 of the women from VPD offices are in our studios. And you also might have seen that at the bus stop ads. And if you are driving in Vancouver, watch out for these 2 women. Their pictures are on the ad in the bus stops. And they are talking about the same thing, about scam prevention for seniors. And they have done many events with different communities, and they are planning to do many more in 2024. So on my right is Sergeant Rita Raj. You might have seen, heard on the radio, on the forums and all that, and she is with VPD. And next to Rita is Julie Gilmore, and she is the detective of crime prevention, and she is also with scam prevention. So these 2 women, cops, are in our studios to talk about how can you prevent scams for yourself and for your loved ones and those people you know around you. So with that, I will pass that on to Rita. Rita, just say a little bit about yourself. How long have you been in policing, and why is this scam prevention is so close to you and you are doing this work?
Well, thank you very much for having us on the show here today. It's an honor to be here. I've been a police officer it's my 17th year with the Vancouver Police Department. I've worked in operations on the road. I've been in our major crime and our sex crimes unit, and I'm currently on a secondment with the RCMP. We started seniors programs. We've been doing seniors programs for the past 8 years, but this is a new program that scam prevention for seniors that we just started in the spring of last year and launched it in June. So we've been on a road show since June of 2023, and we've been all over Vancouver providing seniors, their loved ones, and their adult children information about scams and how to prevent themselves from becoming victims. Julie will talk a little bit about what our current trending scams are, and then we can tell you a bit more about the program.
I'll pass it to Julie.
Hi. So I'm Detective Constable Julie Gilmore, and like I said, I worked with the VPD in the major crime section in our robbery section. So some of the main scams that have been affecting seniors particularly are bail scams, romance scams, and anything that's via text or email, some type of communication that you receive that opens up that scam window.
Yeah, so we've seen a real increase and an influx in the grandchild bail scams. I'm sure you've heard of them. They're prevalent in the community all over North America. And what's happening in that particular scam is we've got people posing as the police and telling the seniors that their grandchild is in custody. They've been arrested they use all sorts of different offenses, for impaired driving, for example, and they need bail money. They'll even go as far as putting somebody else on the line and saying, this is your grandson or granddaughter, and they put the person on the phone, and they'll call and they'll play on the heartstrings of their grandparents saying, I'm in custody, I need help, we need bail money. And the grandparents feel bad, so they say, okay, they give them an amount. It can be anywhere, $5,000, $15,000, whatever the amount that they've come up with, and then they send people to your front door. So they'll get you to give them your address. They will come to your front door, pick you up in a taxi, Uber, or their whatever mode of operation they have, or rental. And then they'll drive a lot. A lot of times the seniors will either go to the bank prior to them arriving and have the money and have it in an envelope for that person picking it up, or they will take the senior to the bank themselves and wait outside until the senior comes back with the cash, and then drop the senior back off. And that is really trending. We've seen an uptake in those crimes. They're all over the Lower Mainland, and they're hard to track down the suspects because they are generally taking place in Ontario or overseas. That's where you're getting the calls from. And what we say to that is to the seniors on the show that are listening, please, if somebody's calling you saying that they're the police department, police are not calling you. We do not call. This is not a practice in policing and Canadian policing. We do not call and ask for bail money, and we definitely will not be sending police to your front door to collect that money. So, we recommend that you have a code word or a password with your family members. So when you do get that call, you guys can have that password, or your grandchild can tell you that. Or we suggest that you just hang up and phone your own family. A lot of times what these scammers are doing is they're saying there's a gag order or non-disclosure order where they're saying, you know what, don't tell anybody. Well, right away that should be a red flag. Please, if you're watching the show and you're a senior or a loved one, tell your senior in your life that there is no gag order, non-disclosure order in place, and no police officer will ever call for any kind of bail request, and we definitely aren't in the business of coming and collecting that from your front door. So that's one of our biggest ones that we are seeing right now. Julie will touch base on all the text messaging from the banks.
Yeah, and just to follow up with you, if you don't have a code word, you don't have one in place, and you get a call, don't be afraid to hang up. You can always contact police, and we'd be more than happy to help you figure out if it is a scam or not. In regards to the text messages and emails, we've probably all received them. They're constantly changing, so it's hard to stay up to date on what the most recent ones are, but often they'll include messages like your bank card or your debit card's been compromised, and that you need to log in and provide information, or that you owe amounts to the Canada Revenue Agency, or in contrast, it might be that there is money available to you, maybe a package has been is waiting to be delivered to your house, and then they'll ask for a fee. But they all generally require you to either contact somebody, go through a website, or call somebody. And if you have any questions about those, the best thing to do is to go directly through the provider. Never open up the emails, never use the links that are provided. You can always go directly. So for example, if you get a message from Royal Bank of Canada, RBC, and you're not sure, you can go straight into your own, using your own links or your websites, or call your bank and find out.
And what they're doing is they're using high pressure tactics.
Yeah.
They want you to react. They want it fast. So they're throwing things at you. They're convoluting the conversation, so you can't even think straight that you're able to ask the right questions. And these are all tactics. Just hang up, go to the bank in person. Don't fall into any of these.
And I was also going to say, sometimes they call and it's 1-866 or 1-800 number. But the next time, the same scammers will call with your local 604 number. And you said you must be your neighbor, or somebody went to the grocery store, somebody is calling. So you end up picking up the phone, right? Because you don't know. Sometimes 1-800, 1-866, sometimes you say, I didn't buy anything, it's fine, I'm not. And not to answer the call. I think the best thing, like they say, just to hang up. Whatever doesn't make you understand, just hang up the phone. And if they keep calling, let them keep on calling. Let them, because you know what, when I say that CRA, if they are after you the money, they will never phone. They will always send something in writing to the address. Because if you have filed your CRA last year, they have your address. That's how they send you refund. And if you are overpaid or they need more money from you, they communicate with you or correspond with emails. So don't never say that. I mean, that's one phone call missed. That's fine.
You actually make a very good point there, Camila, in terms of the phone number that appears on your call display. So there's a technology to spoof phone numbers. So they're actually, these scammers are quite sophisticated. They are using police departments. So they'll say Vancouver Police will appear on your call display, or Surrey RCMP or Burnaby RCMP or whatever, but it's not actually coming from that phone number. If that does happen to you and it does display Vancouver Police Department, I can assure you right now, on behalf of the Vancouver Police Department, it's not us calling. We are not calling for bail money. And you can always hang up and call our non-emergency line to confirm if you had a police officer call you, or any other police department for that matter.
Yeah, and all of these agencies like Canada Revenue, CRA, all banks, police, we will not ask for payments in Bitcoin, gift cards. Those are not usual payments. Right away, those should be flags that there's some kind of scam taking place.
And a scam doesn't happen to those people who you think, oh, they are home alone and they're living by themselves. It happened to me even. You know, I'm very outgoing, very outspoken, speak English very well, understand. And they said, don't hang up the phone, go there. And I said, how could I work from here to there with phone in my hand? Can I hang up and call you back, or I can call you, you can call me? Then they said, okay. The minute I say okay, then I start phoning people. And they said, he never phoned me back. But if I would have worked with my phone number to wherever they wanted me to go, then I'm still engaged with the scammers, right? So it's so sophisticated, like you said, that you get caught into this. So it's very, very important that if somebody just hang up the phone, that's what my children have told me in YouTube, just hang up the phone. If they need it, if your grandson and all that is in jail, they need bail money and all that, something will happen, and always have somebody else present while you are talking to them. And even sometimes I think, Rita, maybe you can also say, my son is here, or my daughter is home. I don't understand what you are saying. Can you talk to them? They will hang up very quickly too.
Right. I mean, the scammers are becoming more sophisticated. This is actually going to get more complicated with AI.
Yeah.
With artificial intelligence, it's now going to sound like your grandchild, which is really going to make things more complicated and hard for seniors when they hear their grandchild on the phone asking for help. But like we say, hang up. They can call back. If it's legitimate and it's your grandchild that needs that help, hang up. They'll call you back, and then phone your family members and find out if it's really them in trouble.
So you are doing these forums at different places you have done, like I say. just because your funding is from Vancouver Police Foundation and you are required to do in Vancouver. So how many different communities have you reached out and what was their response?
Our response has been very positive. So we created this program and launched it in June of 2023, and we tailor our sessions to the demographics. So we've done Cantonese only, we've done Punjabi only, we've got a lot of them scheduled this year in different languages like Japanese, Punjabi, English, Cantonese. So what the program is that if you're interested in having the Vancouver Police Scam Prevention for Seniors program, what you need 50 or more people, a venue, and contact Julie or I, and we will then, we can talk about the details, and then we will decide if we could schedule you in for this year and bring our team, and we have quite a comprehensive team. So we've got our investigators from our major crime section, we've got our financial crime section, cyber crime, and Julia and I also present on various different scams and distraction thefts. And we provide food or snacks depending on the time of day for the session, and that's all covered by the Vancouver Police Foundation. They've been a huge contributor. This program wouldn't be possible without them. And we bring our full team, and our sessions last 2 to 3 hours. And so far, we've done a number of them. We've reached over 800 seniors, and our feedback has been quite positive.
And who are your attendees? Who attends your? Can the parent, it's for seniors, so even if the senior is not able to get out of the house because of wheelchair or disability, can the children come and attend and get all this information and pass it on to their loved ones?
Yeah, that's correct. So it's for seniors, but it's also for their loved ones or their caretakers. And we encourage you, if you are available, to attend together or at least attend so that you can give that information and share it with them.
Yeah, we have a very diverse group of presenters. So we have over 40 people on the team, which consists of police officers and civilian professionals, and we have all sorts of languages. So we can tailor it to the demographic that
Is present.
is present. Yeah.
So that's one thing, the best thing that I can think of that VPD has done. I know that you guys have done a lot of many different not forums, but projects, but nobody ever did about scam prevention for seniors. And when you think of that, seniors are the most vulnerable, and we have lost over, $10 million in 1 year, and these are the reported cases, right?
Yeah, so in 2022, according to the Canadian Anti-Fraud Center, 10.1 million loss was reported. There's a lot more than that. That's just the reported cases, and people feel ashamed and they feel, they feel embarrassed and they don't want to report it. But we are encouraging people that if you are or are a victim of any type of scams, to contact your local police department and report it. And the sooner you report it, the better, because we then can employ different investigative techniques to, get a hold of these identify these different crime groups.
Has it ever happened that amount of money that a senior lost has been recovered by the scammers? Has it?
Locally, generally, if the money is transferred locally, there's a much higher chance of us being able to recover the money. Unfortunately, once it is gone outside of Canada, for example, Bitcoin or et cetera, e-transfers, it becomes very hard for investigators to find that money again. So that's usually the biggest thing, and that's part of our program, is we want to prevent that from happening in the first place and give seniors the information so that we can prevent it from happening, which really is the best case, because then the scammers don't get the money. And we're going to be changing our sessions and keeping them up to date as new trends become available or current.
Another thing is that I also found that these scammers, they steal others' profiles. If they are doctors, engineers, or high profile and all those people, and they are hiding behind that to scam you and how much they love you and things like that. Mm-hmm. And they say, well, we are going to get married, like you said, and it's all going to... The minute I think anybody asks for the money and you haven't met that in person, I will hang up the phone and delete everything, delete them.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we're here to say. don't send anybody money.
Yes.
The scams are sophisticated. They're running rampant. They're very prevalent in the community right now. These scammers are working all around the world. They're not necessarily sitting here. They're across the country or they're in a foreign country. Don't send anybody any money, and come to our scam prevention programs or give us a call or email us, and we would love to present and bring our roadshow all across Vancouver. And I just wanted to add on that, so right now we are currently doing all our scam prevention sessions in Vancouver. However, they are open to all members of the public from any municipality.
So even if you live in Bannaby and you know this taking place at Ross Street or somewhere else like that, you can always ask your family, friends, or whatever to drive you there, or take a SkyTrain, public transportation. Once you go there, they don't ask you for your address, right? You just are there to get the information.
It's open to everybody.
Yeah.
And for the South Asian community, our next one for the South Asian community will be on April 7th of this year at Ross Street Temple, and it's going to be from 1 to 4 p.m. and food will be served at 12. So it's a part of the service there, and we're going to bring our. It's going to be a lineup of South Asian members, and the session will be done in Punjabi.
Yeah. And if you know a group you want to get, there are so many different seniors group around, and if you want to organize something at the community center or something, just give them a call and just say, this is how many people we have, and would you be able to come? And like they say, they provide even food. Food is a good thing to attract people. And
food, we do prizes. It's a very engaging session. I know you've been to one of our sessions. So it's a great platform for people to share their experiences with others and feel comfortable. It's a safe place where you can go to talk. And it's also a great opportunity for us police officers to engage with the public and maybe learn. Maybe there's new trendings and new scams out there that we're not aware of yet.
And also, I was going to say that if you are not that senior that is watching the show today, or they are your brother, your sons, daughters, daughter-in-law, always make sure, take the information and pass it on to them. And also educate them, talk to them. Just like we are talking at the family dinner or something. Has anybody called? What would you say? You know, give them a little bit of information. Or what would you say if the scammers are calling? How would you answer the phone? What would you say? I'm going to talk to my son and call you back? They won't let you go. But educate them and always say that, okay, I'll check, or hang up the phone.
And feel free to call us too.
Yes.
If you aren't able to get a group of people but you'd like to attend a session, you can contact either Rita or myself, or you're welcome to go to the vpd.ca website. And if you go through the tabs, crime prevention, seniors, you'll find more information on how to contact us. And also there's lots of tips and stuff that you might want to read and share with your family members.
And also, if you're attending one of our sessions, we do have our tips brochures for the current trending scams in different languages now as well. So we're tailoring that to each demographic and session.
That's great. Last word from Julie. What would you like to say? If there's one thing that can stuck in anybody's head about this scam prevention.
I think that there's something valuable in all of these sessions, and information is power. So if you're not sure that it's something that you can take away something valuable from, I think that everybody can find something and learn something new.
Yeah, we're excited. We're excited about the program. We're excited that it's being very well received by the public, and we're excited that we're getting this information out there. If we can help, even if it's one person, it's worth it. And right now we've reached over 800, and we've had numerous inquiries about future sessions, and we're actually booked all the way to June. However, we will, if we get a lot of more requests, we'll try our best to fulfill them. So my tip, or my last words, is that if you have fallen victim, please contact your local police department. Don't be afraid or feel ashamed or embarrassed to report it. There's thousands of people out there that have been in your shoes, and we're asking, report it to us so that we can do our best to help you.
Thank you, both of you. And these are the two women you're going to be seeing at the bus stop. If you're driving in Vancouver, even if you don't live in Vancouver, but if you're living in Bannaby, we all go to Vancouver. So these are those two poster women of VPD on the bus stops. And thank you, both of you, for coming in. And for my last word, if a scammer calls, I just hang up. I just don't want to hear the voice. I don't care what. Even if my grandson, whatever, don't care. and pick up the phone, call my grandson. Is he alive? Is dead? Is in jail? Whatever happened.
Yeah.
Thank you to both of you for coming in.
Yeah. Thank you very much
Yes.
for having us. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie Gilmore and Sergeant Rita Raj, for coming and educating our seniors on how to prevent themselves from being scammed. Pink Shirt Day is on February 28th. Pink Shirt Day is a day United Nations declared on May 4th as Anti-Bullying Day. And now, the last Wednesday of each February in Canada, National Pink Shirt Day and Anti-Bullying Day is one that many countries recognize. This is to raise awareness and prevent bullying and promote kindness and inclusion. Get your pink shirt and wear it and say no bullying. Bell Let's Talk Day is on January 24th. Donate for a great cause so that kids will have a safe hotline to talk to if they need support. The Kids Help Phone is Canada's only 24/7 mental health service offering free confidential support in English and in French. You can call 1-800-668-6868 or text 686868. Tickets are on sale now for Sevens Vancouver. New this year, Sevens Your Way. This is the second year when the men's team and the women's team will be playing side by side at HSBC Rugby Sevens in Vancouver on February 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Get your tickets now. Tickets at vansevens.com, and for more information, please call 604-355-5330. PIC's Mega Job Fair is coming up on February 22nd at the Italian Cultural Centre in Vancouver. Over 100 exhibitions will be there, and over 1,000 people come to the PIC's Mega Job Fair each year. To get your resume ready for new opportunities, come and meet employers who are there to hire you or consider you to be hired for their company. For more information, please call PICS at 604-596-7722. If you are organizing any events in your community and want us to promote your event, please email us at asianpulse@gmail.com. We've run out of time now, and I hope you enjoyed the show as much as I do bringing it to you. If you ever miss our shows, you can always watch it again on Wednesdays at 1:30 p.m., Thursdays at 8:30 p.m., and Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. All our shows are also broadcasted in Calgary on Channel 10 on YouTube and on Shaw. All our shows are also uploaded to YouTube under the Camila Singh Shows. If you would like to sponsor this show or any other show that we bring to you, please call 604-537-5123. Before we leave, I will leave you with these thoughts. Grief never ends, but it changes. It passes, not a place to stay. Grief is not a sign of weakness, nor a lack of faith. It's the price of love. I'm your host, Chantel Chand, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. We look forward to seeing all of you next week on the same channel and the same station. In the meantime, take care of yourself and those around you. Bye for now.